So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna take a quick look at the Incarnon variant of the Braton Prime. The only way to get the Incarnon adapter for the Braton Prime, or any other Braton actually, is by playing the new circuit game mode in Steel Path. Once you have the adapter, and Braton Prime of course, you can head over to Cavalero in the Chrysalith to combine them. This does need some extra resources though, so on top of the adapter, you're also going to need 20 Pathos Clamp, which you get from fighting the Aura Worm, 60 Rune Marrow, which is scattered around in the Undercroft, and finally 60 Tassoma Extract, which grows in caves in the Paradox. Once all of this is done, you will have to evolve the Braton just like any other Incarnon weapon. This is done by firstly doing a mission solo with the Braton, then killing 100 enemies with its Incarnon mode, and finally killing 30 enemies without reloading. You build the Incarnon meter by headshotting enemies, and once you have any level of charge, you can press the secondary fire button to switch the weapon into its Incarnon mode. This gives the weapon far more damage, it gives it more crit chance, and it makes its shots explode in a small area, splashing damage to surrounding enemies. But it does come at the cost of some fire rate. Shots fired in this mode will of course drain the Incarnon charge, so you only have a limited amount of shots you can take, and you can also switch back into the normal mode at any point, though this will drain any remaining charge. As far as the evolutions go, they're actually pretty cool. With the first evolution, you have a choice between Daring Reverie, which gives you flat damage, and then with the Channeled ability active, you have even more damage and 50% ammo efficiency, and Munitions Grid, which gives you slightly less flat damage, and it makes your multi-shot consume ammo directly from your capacity, but it increases your damage and you get extra multi-shot from it. With the second evolution, you have a choice between Mercenary Chamber, which increases your ammo maximum to 1125, Void's Guidance, which increases your accuracy and reduces recoil by 60%, and Gunsmoke Pickup, which on a punch-through hit has a 20% chance to restore 10% of your ammo. And for the final evolution, you have a choice between Critical Parallel, which increases your crit chance and multiplier, Prelude of Might, which while you have less than 50% crit chance, it multiplies your crit damage by 3 times, and Survivor's Edge, which increases both your crit and status chance. I personally chose Munitions Grid for the multi-shot shenanigans, then Mercenary Chamber for the ammo capacity, which works really well with the multi-shot stuff, and then Critical Parallel for the crit boost. For the build, I ended up running a hybrid that really hammers down on Slash and Vital, so we have Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, Hunter Munitions for extra Slash procs, Malignant Force and Rhyme Rounds for Vital, Fanged Fusillade for even more Slash, and then Critical Delay for crit chance. I decided to go with this instead of Galvanized Scope, because I tend to not aim down sights with the Incarnon mode. And to top it all off, I have Galvanized Aptitude for status, Vital Sense for crit damage, and then Primed Rifle Ammunition to sustain ammo, as well as Primary Merciless for damage. Now, as far as the damage goes, it's actually really good even outside of the Incarnon mode because, you get the extra multi-shot, extra damage, and extra crit and or status. But it's of course worth it to go into Incarnon mode once you have the charge because you just get more damage, more crit, and you get AoE, which is always nice. Overall, the performance is really good. Honestly, the thing I like about this the most is how much power it gives to the Braton. Like, the evolutions add so much damage, it's crazy. So even if you don't care about the Incarnon mode at all and you just want to power up your Braton Prime, you can do that. It's still worth putting it on. Though I would of course highly recommend you use the Incarnon mode as well because it's just really good. Now, one thing I really want to point out though is that you don't have to build the Incarnon Braton Prime the same way. You can go for different evolutions which will result in a different build. If, for example, you just happen to like Warframes that use a lot of channeled abilities, you might not want to go for the multi-shot evolution and go for the channeled evolution instead. So please, if you end up getting this, play around with different evolutions and try out different builds that work with those evolutions to figure out what you like. Because the build that I showed you is just a build that works well for me. And that's pretty much all there is to say, so yes, I highly recommend the Incarnon evolution for the Braton Prime. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.